All right, traders, good morning, and it still is good morning here in Perth. It's near midday, but this is Trade Talk. So Connor is working again, so it's pretty crazy for him at work. So he like myself, we do work weekends with our day jobs. So he is still in silver, and he pretty much just said, Scott, look, take the reins and talk about what you want. So I've got on the other monitor here, I've got Forex Live up, and I've got a few interesting headlines to talk about. And I guess with this, we talked on the phone a little bit earlier. I think he was just about to shoot off to work, and we discussed. No, it was on WhatsApp. Sorry, it was on WhatsApp, and it's been quite an interesting week with the Brexit resignations, like the people involved with Brexit, some key individuals, and that saw obviously the pound really take a bit of a nosedive because it's just creating more uncertainty now. And Theresa May looks like, they're going to probably try a confidence motion. Again, if I use any incorrect terminology, please bring me up. Because in regards to fundamentals, I'm not too, wise on certain terms and jargon and things like that. Because really, purely, I mean, I've trained as a technical type trader. So very interesting with that. And then you've got the APEC meeting in, I want to say Papua New Guinea. I want to say I might be wrong there as well. It's somewhere. It's close to Darwin because the airport couldn't take all the planes, so Darwin had to take some planes as well. And you've got the Mike Pompeo against China, obviously with what they're doing is China. They're borrowing a lot of money to disenfranchise type small nations who really just can't pay back. And then they're going to have more influence there, and they're going to be able to just sort of take out long-term leases on things and whatever they do. Although China does have a 99-year lease on a port in Darwin as well. So we as Australians we can't really, and I can't really talk. So, but it's interesting the whole dynamics playing out as well. And I guess what I want to do here is we sort of come up with a few trade ideas if there is anything. Because obviously I'm fully loaded right now. Look, I probably wouldn't be taking another position. I might be adding to the pound New Zealand, depending on how it goes on Monday or Tuesday. I mean, this is the position that I've got here. So, and for anyone who's new to the channel, welcome. This is normally a Saturday thing that myself and a fellow trader, Connor Murphy, does on the Saturday. We used to do it Thursdays, but now we're doing it Saturdays. But this is it today. So, if you watch the previous video, you've seen my trade. So what I'll do is I'll bring up silver. So kind of shorted silver earlier in the week, and let's find silver. XAG, there it is. Normally it's higher than that. I'm surprised it's where the daily chart and zoom a little bit here. So he took a short. I think this would have been what candles here. So that was okay. So it was on the 12th. He might have taken that here at the low. So normally he has pretty wide stops. So when I mean pretty wide, so it might be even above here. So could be wrong on that. But I thought it was this week. So if it was this week, I'm interested to see. It might have been a 4-hour entry. So been a 4-hour entry. But as you can see, it's super interesting right now. Like in regards to risk on, risk off, it's the yen, the USD yen has sort of been rallying a little bit, but now it's petered off. So in regards to US strength, big mixed bag, big mixed bag. Like the US dollar is not that strong against the majors really, except the pound, and its situation is much worse. So it's it could get very choppy. Even just shorting the pound and not thinking about it, I would still advise against that, because there's just a lot going on. But I mean, just looking at Forex Live now, so that's the silver trade. So as you can see, it's not, but that's trading though, especially high time frame. Like it's really, I'm sure he might have been down here, which is really valid because when you think in a rational sense with price action and it's gone low enough, the market can continue to be irrational. And that's just how it goes. So it's very interesting where it's at now. Yeah, we'll see if it wants to fail again and move lower. So just something to watch for. So that's Connor's trade there. He would have taken 2% risk as well, max. Okay, so it's important to take note of. Okay. And let's just bring up the euro. No, the pound. The pound's topical. And then we'll get some interesting little snippets here from Forex Live. So I don't mind Forex Live. It's not like a Squawk Box or anything, but you know, it's free. So I don't wouldn't mind bringing up Bitcoin as well just to see what that's doing, because we normally, you know, this normally takes about 10 to 12 minutes. So we've got time. I'll bring that up as well. So my watch list is really pound New Zealand, add to the short. It's not anything else. I don't tend to like to make calls when I will have no chance of getting into a trade. I like to be very transparent. So there's nothing really that I see, you know, besides the positions I'm in. So I'm fully loaded pretty much. 6% would be really at the limit for my comfort level, and I'm at 5. So okay. All right. So let's go down. I saw something to do with the trade war. Now I understand it's all headline stuff and whatnot, and interesting. And you know, the Australian dollars, we got through 73 cents. So that's also interesting, because overall it's pretty bearish for Australia, really. But that rally, and I think it helped with you know, China's strength as well. Okay, all right. Let's see what this is about. So it wasn't actually that substantial. Trump getting cozy with China. It's Man on Friday, so that's not really a substantial sort of thing. So put that out of the way. See what Bitcoin's doing, because it's always entertaining to see. We'll see what the BitMEX price is doing, because I'm officially contracted to a company that trades the Bitcoin and Ethereum futures in Sydney. Not there right now, but I have a contract with them, so it's a prop firm, Star Beta. So if you're interested, check them out. They're really great people, very good people, cutting edge what they're doing. Okay, so if you want to see flat price action, I would probably call that flat price action. It's on the hourly. Let's bring this up, blow it up. The troll box. So we had the sell off. So it's a bit of a recovery there. I mean, that's like got to 5179 to something like 30 points, and sort of hard to make a call. I mean, really, just looking at it, it's making higher highs. It's sloping very, very slightly. So it's interesting, but I guess we can just discuss that briefly. But it's not. There's not a lot of talking point, really. I mean, if you are holding this position, I would, you know, say, what did you get in at? And you just got to start coming up with a plan, because it doesn't appear like it's going to 20 at all. So the problem with when it got to 20 is that you had the general public, everyone was flooding in. It's just not going to happen again, because too many people would have got burnt. Okay, and institutions, they really can't touch it, because institutions are trading with the public's money. So they have to justify things. They cannot just flood in and create this huge bull run because they have people to hold to account of them, you know. So, and the SEC, I mean, will they regulate the ETFs? Well, highly unlikely. You know, it's a real, it's the Wild West. You know, with the BitMEX exchange, even at the prop firm, like the servers, the server there out of Ireland is crazy. Like it will freeze up, it'll do this, it'll do that. So um, it ain't mainstream stuff. It you know, I mean to use Bitcoin, it's crazy too. So, but it's interesting. It's showing some resilience though. So we'll see what it wants to do and that sort of stuff. But yeah, so the pound, obviously, I mean, if you just scroll through the Forex live stuff, you're going to see quite a few little snippets of, you know, UK. You know, it's a lot of UK driven stuff. Really, the latest is how long Theresa May will stay in office for. So that happens. That's why this pound New Zealand is a bit of a wider stop. So it's moved. It's about 50 pips into the green, and these other ones, these stops are a lot tighter. So this would be, you know, around $50 in profit, but it's I see some thrashing about as possible. So again, there's the talking points. There's not much for everything else. So it's been near 12 minutes as well. So I think I'm going to conclude the video. But again, guys, I've got a link for Connor's channel as well. So he's done a few good educational videos, and they're really spot on, very helpful, straight to the point, well edited too. So if you want, check them out in the description section. There is a link. If you've got any comments, any questions, please feel free to ask away. And more updates to come. So I've talked about quite a few things about China, about Sydney. It's looking like February, and I'll be making a decision then. So I'm going to be here for a little while longer in Perth. So until Monday comes, guys, you know, study hard, study the charts, do some back testing. There's a link in the description section as well for a discount on back testing. I think it's like a Black Friday special. I don't know why they call it Black Friday, but yeah, you can save a lot of money. So check it out. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.